So if your wife or girlfriend has asked for space, or you're now broken up and separated, but you had a trip planned before you ever broken up and you still have the tickets, should you go ahead and take her out or not? So as a men's dating coach over the last few years, I've actually run into several clients with this exact same scenario, even though it's really, really specific. And it's funny because as a man who's been broken up with, you want to do everything in your power to get your girl back when you're really attached to her and you have a history. You know, it could be your wife, could be the mother of your children. And, you know, it seems like going on a vacation together, maybe, somewhere that's a resort or tropical or whatever, would be a great idea because you're going to go have fun and connect and spend some time together. So in order to even consider doing something like this, you already have to be back in contact with her. So if you had a period of no contact after your breakup and, she's come back around, you're now kicking around the idea. It's like, okay, should I make some big gesture, like take her out on that trip that we had planned to fix things? So I'm going to share my opinion on this, and actually a story from one of my clients that I've worked with. So I actually had a client in this exact same scenario. He was married to his ex-wife for 10 years, and they had a kid together. And, he had a trip planned with her. And at the end of the day, they did go out and have fun, but it didn't fix the relationship and they're not together. And let me explain why it didn't work. So at the end of the day, you had a relationship with somebody and it didn't work out. There's problems there. You separated, you broke up, etc. And even if they've come back around, you've reattracted them. This idea of going on a vacation, which is, somewhat of a escape from reality, is not going to be your everyday norm. So even if you go out, you have a great time and you spend multiple days together back to back to back, okay, that attraction is not going to have time to really grow because you're going to be so close to each other. And attraction grows when you have space between two people. Now, it is true that unique events and experiences can bring people closer together. But typically what happens is, as with a date, you go off on a great date and you have a great time together. And then the girl goes home and she starts to miss you and think about you when you're not there, and she wants that experience again, but only after she's had time to process it. So if you're spending multiple days back to back to back together with somebody, you become familiar. She doesn't have that time to process the experiences, and she doesn't have that time to miss you. So as much as you want to do everything in your power to bring yourself and this girl back together, going on that trip that you had planned or planning some kind of trip together is not the way to do it. Instead, you have to focus on reattracting her by living your best life, actually have a cool life, post about it on social media, get in the gym, start making money, live your best life, and let her initiate the contact. And if you can do this week after week after week, eventually she will come back around and you'll start to reignite that relationship, but only if she's had sufficient time to process your interactions in between the dates that you're going out on. Now, if you want a little bit of extra firepower to have me in your back pocket to help you through this situation, that's what I'm here for. I'm a dating coach. So what you can do is click on my profile right here, click the link in my profile, and book a one-on-one call where you can tell me your whole situation, your backstory, your history with your wife, and we can come up with a game plan to reattract her, just like we've talked about in this video.